Good evening, friends. How are you all? Good evening to all of you, and welcome to JTC India live Java classes. So, start coming fastly so that we can start the class. दिखा दूं तब तक. So, at present, we are discussing the different types of literals. At present, we are discussing the different types of literals in Java. What is the literals are, and in that we have discussed the two very important things in the case of literal. Very important things we have seen in the case of literals. What is that two important things we have seen in the case of literals? The one is the integer literal and floating point literal. Yesterday we have discussed, and you see one thing, in these literals also we have discussed the very different kinds of concepts and very important points in that we have discussed here, right? So that's what we have discussed into these cases here. Fine. And all of you might be getting one you can say one post on your screen which is starting new online advanced Java batch on weekdays, which is Monday to Friday, and that will be in evening, that is 7 to 8 p.m. and it is not going to be on YouTube, which will not be available for you all. Those whoever is registered with us, those who wants to do the you can say that is advanced Java and all other sort of things, or those who might have already completed the advanced Java and all sort of things. Core Java they would have completed and now they are trying to learn advanced Java. So for them it is. So you can call on that number, you can get the further details and all other things, right? Okay. So any questions are you getting into that? And from the last classes, if you have any kind of questions, any doubt is there, you can ask now. If any questions are there in that, any doubts are there, you are most welcome. You can ask that. Any questions, any doubt? Yes, please. Any questions from the last classes? Fine. So we have discussed the concept of, you can say that is something called as the literals, and in that character literal and floating point literal also both we have seen. And what we have seen yesterday is the very different kinds of concepts in that we have seen it here. आप लोग जल्दी से जल्दी इसे शेयर कर दो एंड अपने जो भी ग्रुप्स हैं बाकी की चीज़ें हैं, आप लोग ऐसा कर नहीं रहे हो कोई भी, जैसा लग रहा है आपको मतलब देख के, है ना? आप लोग जस्ट इंडिविजुअली अटेंड कर रहे हो चीज़ों को, क्लासेस को, एंड देन आप बहुत ज़्यादा इसमें कुछ भी, एटलीस्ट आप अगर किसी कॉलेज से हो या कहीं से हो, आपके फ्रेंड सर्कल में है या किसी कॉलेज में हो, फेसबुक है, तो एटलीस्ट इतना सपोर्ट हम लोग एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं आप लोगों से, है ना? तो एटलीस्ट यू कैन डू दैट, विच विल बी रियली गुड इन दैट केस. फाइन, नो वरीज, इट इज़ योर चॉइस हाउ यू वांट टू डू इट or not, but yes, hope you should do it. Okay. No issues. So now we are going to talk about the character literal. What is that we are going to talk about? The character literals. What is this character literal is? So if I'll ask you one question, what is the character? What you will say what exactly character is? If I'm asking you one question, what is the character? Then what's your call first? See, first of all, char is the primitive data type. Char is the something called as the primitive data type. It is a primitive data type what we have. Second important thing is, so in general when I am saying here that is the primitive data type and all, so most probably you will understand one thing here. What you will understand? That what is the size and what is the range. Fine, it is these two things might be very clear to you all, that what is the size and what is the range of all these things here. Now next one again inside this. So if indirectly if I am asking you what is the character, then what you will say what is the character? Anything which is being enclosed within the single quotes. If suppose I am writing anything, any character literal, whenever I am defining here, whenever I am writing here. So let me write here the character of ch1 which I wanted to write. See, it's a character literal, ch1 I am writing, char is the data type, it's a variable, and in that ch1, anything which we are enclosing within a single quotes. Anything which we are enclosing within a single quotes, it's a very important topic in the literal also. Character literal is very, very important one. Okay. So anything which we are enclosing within the single quotes is called as the, mostly you can say the character literal. Let's say I am writing here the A. So this particular one is the literal character, which we can call it as the, let's say it is the character literals. It is that what we are calling it as the character literal. So ch1 when I am writing, ch1 is equal to within the single quotes A I am writing. This is what we will be calling it as a character literal. Remember that. Now if you will, as I said, what I said, that if you will write anything within a single quotes, that's what we will call it as a character literal, right? Now next what you can ask one question to me, sir, if I am writing char of ch2 in the single quotes A, B, C I am writing, is it the character literal or is it the valid character literal? Is it the valid or invalid character literal? What type of literal it is? Is it a valid character literal or invalid character literal? You may ask this question. And that could be your question, sir, this is a valid character literal or invalid character literal. Fine. I'll say that it is the invalid character literal. This is invalid character literal. It is not the valid one. It is the invalid character literal. Because whenever we talk about the character literal, in that case, only one character is allowed. Only one character. Let's say when I am writing ch3 when I am writing, let's say I am writing here 1 I am writing. Yes, this is a valid character. This is the valid character. When again in this case ch4 I am writing next which one now? ch4. So in this single quotes I am writing 1 0 if I am writing. So this is invalid character literal. Invalid character literal. The particular one what I have written is the invalid character literal. Fine, it is. This is the invalid character literal what we are going to have it inside this. Fine. Again now, suppose like, so this is what we will be calling it as a character literal. So see, this is a valid character literal. This is invalid character. This is valid character literal. This is also invalid, means it should be only one. So I am giving one definition to you all. Anything Anything which is enclosed within single quotes is called as the character literal. Character literal. But despite I am giving one condition on that. What condition I am trying to give here? That must be having some ASCII value. That must be having some ASCII value. Whatever has been enclosed within the single quotes, that must be having some ASCII value. If that is having some ASCII value, if it is having some ASCII value, if it is having some ASCII value, got it? If it is having some ASCII value, then only it will be treated as a character literal. Understand it? If it is having some ASCII value, then only it will be treated as a character literal. Whatever you are enclosing within the single quotes, if it is having the valid ASCII value, then we will call it as a character literal. I can give you the n number of other examples on that case. What is that n number of examples as I can give? Let's suppose, what is that we should suppose here and what we should understand here? Suppose, here in this case, if I'm asking you, what is that I'm asking? That what is this A which is there is a valid character literal. What I said, A is the valid character literal. Fine. A, whatever as I am writing, is the valid character literal. So since A is the valid character, so this A which is there is having the ASCII value also. You know it. But at the same, if I'll ask you what is the ASCII value of capital A, can you write in the comment box what is the ASCII value of A? Capital A, what is the ASCII value? Can you please reply me? Can you please reply me what is the ASCII value of A? Ekta Rajput, 60, 48. You guys have to decide it, what it is. ASCII value of A is what? 60, 65 or 48. You need to understand, or you need to get this. You need to, again, mostly we are getting 65. Okay. Well, when again I am talking about that something, what is that again I am talking about? Suppose if I'll ask you the ASCII value of this ASCII value I am asking, ABC I have written here. What is that I have written? ABC I have written here. So whenever I am writing this ABC, so this ABC, can you tell me the ASCII value of this particular ABC? No, you don't have that. You cannot say that what is the ASCII value of ABC. We cannot say that what is the ASCII value of ABC. What we have, that is the ASCII value of ABC. We don't have anything to say. Why? Because ABC collectively it is not having any ASCII. So that's the reason. Anything, as I told, which is enclosed within the single quotes is called as the character literal, despite it must have some ASCII value. If it is having some ASCII value, then only we will be calling it as an character literal, and if it is not having some ASCII value, then we will not be calling it as an character literal. Are you able to see the visual, audio, everything clear, or some problem is going on? Okay. Fine. Again, in this one, we are coming up with the few more things here. So let's say I am writing one example, and in that we will see what is this ASCII value is, how it is going to work, what all the other things are available into this, and how all these things are going to work in that. Let's see that. I am writing here a class JTC I'm writing, and in this class or in another form I am opening this command prompt. In this command prompt also we can write something here. What is that we can write now? JShell I am writing into this. This is something called as the JShell I am writing in this. Now you see here, if I am writing char of ch1, I am writing here char of ch1. So you see here, it has given just a simple single quotes, nothing is there into that. So the character default value what is there is the blank space. The character default value is something called as the blank space we are having. Character default value is the blank space into this case. Next I wanted to write here character of ch2 is equal to, see here, I am giving single quotes into this, single space I have given into this. You see here, this is also okay, this is a, means when we talk about a single space, that is also a valid character literal. When I am just writing the single space, that is also the valid character literal. Char of ch3 I am writing. In this ch3 I am just giving one space and two space. Two spaces I have given in this character literal. When I am just giving into the two space, so what you are getting here, just understand it here. See what it is. Character ch3 is equal to one space, single space I have given into this, and unclosed character literal we are getting here. This you can see it here, which means that more than one space which is there is not allowed into that. We cannot write it here. Now let's say one question to you all. What is that question? The question which I am discussing here is, suppose int I1 is equal to single quotes one space I have given. Can I write this or not? Reply me fastly. If you are able to see all that. Here you can see that. Say here in this. The question here is, in char of ch3 when I am writing, char of ch3 when I am writing. So see, it is giving that two spaces, double spaces I have given. So it is giving something. But here in this case, int of I1 is equal to single quotes inside this. You see here. Understand one thing. See, I am giving one space into this. When I am just giving one space here, so the question is, can we do something? Can we write like this? Mostly answers are no. Now you see the output. Now you see the output. What output now we are getting into this? What output we are getting into this? You can just have a look to the output. That int of I1 is equal to single space something I have written here, and then when I have written here something, so it is giving the 32 into this case. Well, similarly, if so, see here one thing. I'll just maybe you are just giving attention to that or not. See, I2 is equal to, I have given the 65. I2 is equal to A I have given into this. And whenever as I am giving here the A, say here, see this output, A I am giving, I2 is equal to something called as the A I have given within a single quotes. So whenever I am just giving the A into this, whenever I am just giving this single quotes into this, so you see the value of I2 what it is giving. It is giving 65, which means that A directly it cannot store. I2, since it is the type of integer one, so in integer type I2 which is there, we cannot store that. We cannot store the value A which is there inside the I2 directly. Okay. Well, when we cannot store all that, when we cannot write all these things into this, in I2 is equal to A, whenever we are writing or whatever we are doing it inside this, maybe we are not able to write it all that. Well, whenever I am not able to write something like this, whenever we are not able to write it something, I2 is equal to A I am writing here, we are not able to write it here. But what happens, the A which is, so what is the possible value, ASCII value? So 65. So that 65 which is there will be automatically converted and that will be stored inside the I2, and whenever you are trying to get the value of this one, it will try to print the I2 which is the 65, it is going to give the value. Hope you are getting it. Fine. So see, this is also a character, but at the same time now, at the same time, you understand it here. Why I told that a character literals, anything which is enclosed within single quotes is character literal, despite it must have some ASCII value. If it is having some ASCII value, then we can call it as a character literal. So meanwhile, what you can see is, if I am writing here the B, so what it comes to that now, I2 is equal to AB we have written here. When I am writing the AB, you see here what it is giving, unclosed character literal, which means that still we are storing something called as the character literal inside the I2 also. We are storing these things we are storing inside the I2. So the character literal, whatever is available here, that we are storing inside the I2, and then we are getting something called as the enclosed, something called as the character literal, I2 we are getting it. Okay. Now let's come to the another point into that case. Okay, well, so I am writing here the char of ch, let's say 3. In the ch3, I am just giving you here, let's say one tab space, one tab I have given here. Now tell me, can we write it? One tab I have given, can we write it? Yes or no? Now you see here. But what happens here? Here as it is, whatever you have printed, it is giving it. But the same thing, if you will type in the command line, like you can say in notepad, if you will type, so it will give the tab space. This is going to give the tab space. It will give the tab space whenever you are writing in your notepad. Okay. Well, I am not going into that. Here next, char of, let's say char of, into this now, char of ch4 is equal to, I am writing some more things here. I am writing double quotes. See here, we are able to write it here. So anything which is like that, we are writing it, we are storing it, and that all we can easily write it inside this. So this is basically what the character literal we will be calling into this. Now the same thing, if we just write here, just have a look. So I am writing the class JTC, inside the JTC, suppose I am writing the 4. Into this here now, public, static, void main, string of arg, I am going to write it here. When I am writing string of arg inside this, whenever as I am writing the string of arg something like this inside this, string of arg I am writing, static something I have written into this. So see here, let's see, character ch1 or c1 is equal to, see here inside this, I am writing this, a single tab space I have given into this. Here I have given the tab space here. Well, now immediately after giving this tab space inside this, I am writing one more character ch2 is equal to, now you see here, I am writing double quotes. What is that I am writing now? Double quotes I have written into this. Fine. Well, again into this case, the next one what we are trying to do here, or we are trying to implement in this case, is char of ch3 is equal to, see here, is equal to, well, I am writing ABC something like this, sorry, inside the single quotes I am writing this, ABC something I am writing inside this. ABC I have written here. Okay, something like that we have written. Again, char of ch4 is equal to, in the corresponding one here, I am writing some of these special cases here, or else write just one. I have written this special case, special letters, special cases, whatever is available on your keyboards, I am writing that here. Well, next of the CH5, whenever as I am doing inside this, within the single quotes, here you see I am writing 65 without using any single quotes. So when I am just talking about 65, I have directly assigned 65. So what do you say about this 65? What do you say about 65? Can we write like this? CH65, CH5 is equal to something called as the 65. We are writing it inside this. Okay. Now when I am writing it 65 associated with this CH6 as I am writing, and inside this now, inside this itself, you see here, I am writing something called as the 9 inside this. What is that I am writing now? 9 I am writing inside this. Or else, let's not see that. Here I am writing again another one. Let's do something. Char of CH6 is equal to, inside the single quotes, well, I am just writing /u 0022. That's what I have written here. So, can we write this? Whatever as I have written here, can we do this or not? Can we write this? The CH6, whatever I have written here inside this, can we write this or not? Okay. Now, let's see the output associated with this, what outputs we are going to get. Well, so system.out.println, in this case ch1, system.out.println, inside this case ch2. Here, like that, what I can do is I can just copy it all that, and inside this now 3 as well as the 4, and associated with this one thing, one more I am writing, that is the 5. This is what I have written into this. Fine. So let's come out of the magnifier. Okay. This is what I have written into this. Now in this one, whenever as I am writing something, inside this JTC4.java I am writing, and we are saving it inside this. So in these cases here, let's see what we are going to do it inside this, what we are going to write it something here. Say here, I'll open one command prompt, cd e drive cd, and where we are going now? We are going to this E drive, something called as this one. We came into this location. So I am writing Java C. Which one now? It's a JTC 4 dot something called as the Java we have written into this. This is what we are writing inside this, something like that we have written here. So you see what you are getting the output, and you can see the output. So here you see, in this one, the first one what we are getting here, we are not able to write it here, we are not able to get something out of this. And well, the CH3 which is there, I am commenting again inside this, and now you see the output what we are getting into this. You just have a look to this output, what output we are supposed to get it inside this. So I am writing here JTC 4 something, and then you see what outputs we are getting into inside this. If you will now understand one thing, that is the or else I have just I have not printed the something called as the CH6 inside this. I have not printed it here. So well, I have not printed it here inside this. So CH5 something we are writing, and let's say here I am running it something here. You just see the output, what outputs we are going to get it inside this. Are you able to see this output? this is how we are going to write something. This is how we are going to represent something into this. Okay. Well, when we are doing all this sort of things, when I am just getting it, so /u0022 whatever you have written, /u0022 whatever you have written is the Unicode, and this is Unicode for the double quotes. And since it is the Unicode for the double quotes, so let's see the output of this one. What is the output of this one now? I am just writing it something, and inside this now we are getting some output. So see here, you just got the double quotes into this here, right? So this one thing you can see, and most of the other examples as just now I have shown in the J console, that is the J shell, I have shown it here like this, the integer one and all other. In this, are you getting any questions? Are you getting any kind of questions in this? If you are getting any questions, you can please ask. Now next inside this, so this was your character literal, this was your character literals. There are lots of other things are there into the character literals. Most of the examples and all I have given into the books. You can just refer to that. There are a number of other examples I have given and number of other things I have given. Those who have not joined the Telegram link, those whoever have not joined, just I have given the link into the description box of this video of Telegram channel. You please be in that link, join that link, which will be really means good for you all, right? So just join that Telegram link there, join the Telegram link in that case, right? Because if any message, any informations, anything is there, that we will be floating into that. So join the Telegram link, whatever we have given into this. Well, now the next one again inside this, next one what we are again talking about is, what we are talking about is the string literal. What is that now? String literal we are talking about. String literal. String literals we are here writing. What is that? String literals we are writing into this. What is the string literal? Anything which is enclosed within double quotes is called as the string literal. Anything which is enclosed within double quotes is called as the string literal. Anything which is enclosed within double quotes is called as the string literal. For example now, and one more thing here, before doing anything or before starting anything in the case of string literal, whatever you do here first, see, string is, this string is not the primitive data type. It's not the primitive data type. This string, whatever as such I have, is not the primitive data type. Understand this point. It is not the primitive data type. Whatever as such I have written into this. This is not the primitive data type. Remember that point. String is not the primitive data type. It is a special class. It is a special class available in java.lang package. That is available in java.lang package. This is string is a special class which is available into the java.lang package. This is the string class what we have. And this string class whatever we are having is a something different types of class here, right? So again, the topic of string class will be discussed later in the further topics whenever that corresponding classes are going to come, because again that is a very, very important one that will come later on. Okay. So here as I said, that anything which is enclosed within double quotes is called as the string literal. And second important thing, if you are enclosing any escape sequence characters inside the string literal, if you are enclosing any escape sequence characters inside the string literal, then it will show its original value for what it has been defined, what exactly it is representing in that case. So let's say string s1 is equal to, see here you can write the double quotes like this. Within the double quotes it must be there, anything which must be there inside the double quotes. Well, next case here, I'll write here the string of s2 is equal to, within double quotes, hi. Welcome to JTC YouTube live class. Are you getting it? Welcome to JTC YouTube live class, right? So this is also one string. This is also one string. This is also one string. At the same time, now when I am writing a string of s3 is equal to hi, see here, 1 2 3 $C star, anything, any sort of thing, whatever you are writing will be considered as an what now? String literal. Into that case will be done in something, will be considered as a string literal. There is no problem. There is means we can write like this. Is it clear now? Is it clear here? That is what the string literal now let's suppose if in this case I am writing hi /t, I am writing what I am writing now, /t. How are you? If I am something writing in this particular way, if I am writing in this way, hi /t, I am writing how are you, something I am writing in this manner. Fine. Whenever as such I am writing in this manner, so see this will give the tab space. So it will give something like hi tab space how are you, something like that. It is going to give the value of this one. So this is the string literal into this case. And now if you have any other thing, any other questions from the string literal and all, you can please ask into that. So most of the basic things which I have already told to you, and again that is the in the book I have given the again number of examples of the string literals and all that you can go through thing. So I think today is the Friday, right? And because of Friday all of you are enjoying. Very less people today, online class, live class, very less people. What is the reason? Means just simply I am asking, because those whoever is there here, how they will know that why today less number, right? But at least again and again repeatedly I am saying the number of live people only is the encouragement for us, right? It is. So is it because of the weekend? Weekend starts, Nagendra, from tomorrow, not from today, right? It is the Friday. And today it is very less strength of all of you. Very less strength. Today it is the very, very less strength in that. Okay, so weekend only or any other reason? See, if you guys will show the interest, so I'll be giving you the very good content, lots of content I'll be giving you into that, and many different types of examples I'm just going to give you here, right? Okay, so anyways, any questions in this today's class? Any doubt in this? Yeah, any questions? If you have any kind of questions, any kind of doubts, then again you can ask. Okay, no questions, nothing. Well. So we are starting a advanced Java batch, which will be an online batch from the Monday evening 7 PM to 8 PM from the Monday, not Saturday, Sunday, from Monday evening 7 PM to 8 PM. In that we will be discussing everything like JDBC, JSP, servlets, struts, spring, hibernate, and many other topics are there that we will be discussing in that, right? It is so in that case, if anyone is interested to join that classes and all other things, you can call on the given number and you can register yourself, and that is your live class. In that you will be getting all the materials and all, everything you will be getting, the PDF formats and all. Okay, so thanks for coming to the class. Good night. For today we will finish the class here itself, and next class we will again catch you on the Monday, same timing. On the Monday we will see the same time. Meanwhile guys, it's a humble request to all of you, kindly share it, subscribe it, like it to your friends, WhatsApp group and all, because somehow it is helping to everyone, right? Okay, so good night. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming to the class. Okay.